Hello, beautiful souls. So I was just asking some of the higher beings of light about some tips for ascension treatment, and they were kind of laughing at me in a loving, kind, unconditional love way. There is no treatment for ascension because it's not a disease or an illness. So it's just so typical for humans to kind of say, what is the quick fix? What is the treatment for this issue, this problem? But ascension is not a problem. It's actually a really good thing. And in order to ascend with this physical body, it is something that we do need to go through, because if we don't go through it, then we haven't done it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We have to go through the ascension process in order to come out the other side. And what used to happen when we were ascending is we would die. So this time we're not dying, we're ascending, we're awakening while we're in the physical human body. So it is a lot for everybody, I know. So yeah, I was wondering if I could get some tips and tricks from higher beings of light. So I could see they were taking me into the Akashic Records, into my Akashic Records. So normally I'd do like just a little bit of, like a few deep breaths, kind of relax, clear my energy, reset my auric field. I'm saying that, but I just do it automatically. So I'm kind of just, it's almost like going into a meditation state of being, but it's not a huge effort. It's just, I think you get used to the frequency of anything you're working with. I've become used to going into my Akashic Records because I've done it so many times before in past lives. It is me. They're my records. It's almost like just grabbing your computer or your phone and jumping on Google and saying, what do I want to know today? The Akashic Records are right there waiting for you, but it's just remembering how to jump on your records, like where's my phone to find that information? It's like, okay, where's my transmitter receiver and, connection to that frequency. So we're tuning to the Akashic Records. So I have my own space within my Akashic Records. I don't know, it's like this huge lounge, but it's more like it's in the cosmos. So you can visualize it however you want, but that just came to me of, it's like if you look up, you can see the cosmos. If you look down, you can see the cosmos. But I can see wooden floors as well in my record lounge, but it's more like it's not really there. Like the floor isn't really there. It's more the cosmos. I know it's so hard to explain because I can see it so clearly in my mind. And there's this weird kind of sofa that, I don't know, it looks quite cosmic-y, the sofa, but I have seen it before on Earth. But just, I don't know, it just feels comfortable. There's crystals around, there's like bookshelves, but I suppose if I was in another star system and I was a different kind of star being and that race or culture didn't have books, I suppose I wouldn't see books necessarily. If I was that other star being, I might see whatever they use for communication or for information. But for me, I still enjoy paperbacks or hardcover books to look at. So, or read occasionally. These days it's hard finding time to read. That's why the audiobooks are quite good too. But there's so much on podcasts and that to listen to. It's like a book in itself these days, isn't it? A podcast or, YouTube. Anyway, getting sidetracked as usual. So I am in the Akashic Records and I'm just looking. Oh, there's an Ascension book. That is interesting. Okay. It's like they're showing me it's like a book on how to ascend for dummies. Those books, the books for dummies. Yeah, it's pretty much like that, isn't it? Ascension, how to ascend for dummies, because we don't know. I mean, have we been through this in other lifetimes? It's not the usual thing that souls do. Normally, so many souls, when they incarnate, they still remember being part of source energy, still being part of the frequency, the oneness of the universe. So we have quite a unique experience when we come to Earth, because we have this veil of forgetfulness type thing that we go through, and then the whole game, this whole creation has kind of been, it's almost like being taken over, and we're being persuaded to forget even more about our true selves, because if we do remember who we truly are, then the game's kind of over, isn't it, really? And the control system is, the control just collapses, like pretty much like it is now. The control systems are collapsing. The divide of the dualistic illusion starts to collapse when you realize that you are all one. So anyway, I was trying to find out what to do, tips on Ascension, but it's always so similar, it's always look after yourself, be in the now, be in the present moment. Try to find the appreciation and gratitude for everything, even things that you might think are bad. Can you find what came out of that challenge that you had? What did you receive? What did you experience? What did you learn? What was that experiment about? And at the same time, the Keepers of Wisdom from the Akashic Records are saying don't overthink it as well. It's not necessarily that you've done something wrong, why something bad has happened to you, not necessarily karma, cause and effect. It's just there's all of these ebbs and flows within the universe, and sometimes we kind of bump into, it's almost like a maze. Sometimes you've got this real flow state where you're flowing through the maze and you think you're nearly on the other side, but then there's a whole bush or a wall or a blockage, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I thought I was going that way. But it's not necessarily, your fault that you've gone the wrong way or you're doing the wrong thing. It's just like a fun game that the universe is playing as a shift or okay, we don't want to make it too easy for you now. You are, these beautiful, intelligent, powerful souls that are divine. So if we make this, maze where you just walk straight through the middle of it to the other side, you're not really getting the full effect or the full advantages of a disadvantage. Does that make sense? So what you might call a challenge or a disadvantage is actually a major advantage for a soul, because you are really just challenging yourself in ways that you never have before or never could when you have all the power, hold all the power, are all the power, are complete abundance, are pure wellness, are pure unconditional love. So the Keepers of Wisdom are saying if Ascension was really easy, you probably wouldn't bother, to be honest. You wouldn't really bother. It would be called something else. It would just be a little day trip, a smooth ride. But because you are all powerful souls that have incarnated in the earth reality, you did want to make it a bit more challenging for yourselves. But at any time, you can release that. So you can tap into your Akashic Records and you can allow it to shift into more like an easy mode. When you first decided to incarnate into this reality, many of you said, give me the works, give me the upgraded system, which meant that you wanted the harder stuff, you wanted the challenges because it looked like fun. When you're looking into the earth reality, it looks like fun. The most craziest stuff that you can imagine. When you're observing it, it looks like amazing fun. But then you actually get into the reality and reality kicks in. So the realistic challenges come to life when you're in it. But we recommend still trying when you can be the observer, being the observer rather than trying too hard. And we know at the moment, because the spiritual awakening, the ascension has happened and is happening on earth, we know you want some ease and reprieve because it's happening for everybody. And because it's happening for everybody, including the people that don't want it, including the individuals that have been controlling your reality, or so you thought. They're not really controlling you. You are source energy. You cannot be controlled unless you want to play that game. But what we are saying is you can be the observer and expand your consciousness to a level where it's almost like you're containing the chaos, you're containing the crazy, you're containing everything while you're on the outside observing. Almost you could visualize a snow globe. So inside the snow globe, everything has been shaken up and it needs to settle. But you're not inside the snow globe. You're not inside. You can visualize and take yourself out of the snow globe, of the storm chaos, of the busyness, of the conscious collective of humanity at this time. As everybody is flowing through the ascension upgrades, you can be the observer while still integrating this experience. So you're almost allowing it to flow through, almost like we are showing a pool, a swimming pool of water, tons of water that is sitting there. But the water wants to flow. So what you can do is flow out of the filter. Let the water filter through you. let the busyness filter through you. Almost like you're a sieve. Instead of holding on to all of that energy, all of that water, all of that busyness, that chaos, that heaviness, you can let it flow through you. Like energetic sieve points. Let it flow. There are many emotions coming up for all of you at the moment. But remember, they are just emotions. We don't want to say just, but they are emotions that are a certain frequency, but they're not your original state. So it is up to you if you would like to hold on to the emotions or release the emotions. You have the power to choose this at any time. And we know this is challenging because there is a lot going on, a lot of emotions running through the collective consciousness at this point of time. But it is your choice whether you want to hold on to these emotions. So in order for ascension to take place, it's almost like a game of snakes and ladders where you climb up the emotional levels. Sometimes you may fall down the snake, fall down the emotions, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But each time you go through these emotions, you feel them and then release them, you will climb higher and higher. After a while, these emotions will release a lot easier than ever before. There will be a lot more flow state than ever before. We want to give you compassion and love because we know that there is a lot going on within your own resonant frequency spectrum. Your soul codes are unlocking. And your human is not trained on certain aspects of your soul codes. We would love if this was taught at your schools, and eventually it will be. But for now, we recommend you giving yourself grace, giving yourself compassion, giving yourself love. For the Ascension train, the Ascension timeline, the Ascension frequency line, the Ascension trajectory is in full swing. And yes, you can get off if you want to, but this means that you will be creating from a third dimensional perspective, which there is nothing wrong with the third dimensional perspective. It is for strong souls, powerful souls, brave souls. For there is more limitation and more survival consciousness. And that's okay. There is nothing wrong with that. The universe, source energy, does not see anything as good or bad. It is an experience. But the universe loves to play. The angelics and galactics and wisdom keepers and light beings, higher beings of light from realms across your universe and beyond, they all want you to succeed. They want you to ascend. Because this teaches everything that is, how to integrate the light and the dark together? How does the light and the dark become oneness? How does it work together as one being? We are very proud of you all. We send you so much love and light. Carry on your ascension journey. Do what you can to look after your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your energetic body, and if you wish, your spiritual body. Although these bodies are one, they can still be looked at as separate. Tune in. What does my physical body need? Do you need water? Do you need a beautiful, relaxing bath? Do you need nature, grounding? What do you need today? What does your mental body need? Do you need to learn some more mindfulness skills? Do you need to meditate? We must say there is nothing you need to do. We must reiterate this. There is nothing you need to do. But what do you want? What is your body calling you to do? What are your energy centers, your chakras calling you to do? What is your mind calling you to do? Do you need peace and calm, or do you need fun and excitement today? Each day is the opportunity to tune in and clarify what you want or what you may need to bring in more alignment within the quantum resonant fields of energy. Just know that we are guiding you, the Keepers of Wisdom, the Akashic Records, the lords, the lordesses, the gods, the goddesses, the kingdoms of the elementals, the cosmic beings of light, the angelical beings from higher realms. We are all guiding and supporting and loving you. And if a challenge arises and you are disappointed, then this may be because we are clearing a path that is more aligned to your true nature, or that is more aligned to this fun experimental game that you wanted to play. From a higher perspective, the challenges are not challenging. They are exciting. They are what you came for. The enrichment of your core essence of your soul. We love you so much. We bring you peace within your heart. The divine is within you. Always has been and always will be. Keep going. You are incredible. Ooh, alrighty. Ooh, okay. Well, that was a mixture. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Please check out my courses online. I have angelic courses and cosmic galactic courses. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting me so then I can keep going with my little business. You are amazing. I love you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.